Welcome back to Deepening Stories. We're so glad you're here to journey with us through stories of faith, hope, and life's lessons. Make yourself comfortable, stay inspired, and let's explore these powerful stories together. Thank you for being part of our community.
Another contract signed. That makes 3 this month. Honestly, it feels like everything I touch is working. Years of struggle, sleepless nights. Finally paying off. This is the season I've been waiting for.
I'm really glad things are going well for you, Michael. You've worked hard for this. Just don't forget where the help came from. Success can be loud, but gratitude should be louder.
Don't worry, Sarah. I've got this all under control now.
Michael, have you noticed how God has been good to us lately? From where we started, to where we are now. It didn't happen by chance. There were days we had nothing but prayer, days when doors should have stayed closed, yet they opened. I can't help but feel that God's hand has carried us through every step. I know you worked hard, and I respect that. But even strength, wisdom, and opportunities come from somewhere. I just don't want us to forget the one who gave us breath, favor, and peace.
Sarah, I planned carefully, stayed up late, took risks, and made smart decisions. This is the result of discipline and effort. I don't see the need to over-spiritualize everything. Success doesn't just fall from the sky. I worked hard for this, and that's all. We're fine now. We don't need to worry so much.
I just hope we never learn the value of gratitude the hard way.
Michael, sometimes I think about where we started, from those days when nothing was moving and all we had was prayer. There were moments when logic failed, but faith carried us. Those doors didn't just open because we pushed hard. Prayer made a way when there was no way. I'm not saying hard work doesn't matter. It does. But I've learned that effort without God can only go so far. I'd hate to see you forget the foundation that helped you stand. David, I respect your beliefs, I really do. But we don't need to be extreme about faith. Everything doesn't have to be spiritualized. This is business, strategy, and consistency, things I can measure and control. I'm just being realistic. Being realistic is good. Just be careful not to mistake independence for strength. There's a thin line between confidence and forgetting God.
People of God, I want us to understand something very important today. No matter how educated we are, no matter how connected, skilled, or hardworking, it is still God's hand that sustains everything. Businesses rise and fall. Careers change overnight. Health can shift in a moment. Yet the hand of God remains the only constant that keeps us standing. We often celebrate the results we can see, money, growth, success, but we forget the invisible hand that protected us from accidents, delays, and disasters we never even knew about. The same God who opens doors is the one who keeps them from closing suddenly.
I just need to reply to this quickly. This deal can't wait.
Michael, we're in church. Can it wait just a little? Some of us are physically present in church, but our hearts are somewhere else, on our phones, our plans, our profits. God is not asking for perfection. He is asking for attention. He wants to be acknowledged not only in our struggles, but also in our success. When gratitude leaves the heart, pride quietly takes its place. And pride convinces us that we no longer need God. But let me remind you, every breath we take is borrowed. Every opportunity is permitted. Without God's hand, nothing we build can truly stand. Lord, please don't let us forget you.
She's talking to people who don't plan their lives well. I know what I'm doing.
Remember this: what God sustains, He expects to be honored. Never replace the giver with the gift.
Ladies and gentlemen, what has brought us this far is not luck, and it's not some mysterious force. It's strategy, clear planning, smart execution, calculated risks. That's how results are produced in the real world. We've studied the market, understood our competitors, and positioned ourselves ahead. That's why we're winning. And if we stay disciplined and focused, nothing can stop us. I know some people like to say we need divine favor for everything. But let's be honest, faith doesn't replace intelligence. Prayer doesn't replace preparation. We don't need divine favor. Strategy is enough. As long as we stick to the plan, we control the outcome.
Michael, I've noticed something, and I've been carrying it in my heart for a while now. You used to pray before every major decision. You used to ask God for guidance, even in small things. Now, days pass. Weeks pass. And there is no prayer, no pause, no acknowledgement. It feels like you've shut God out of your life. I'm not talking about church attendance or public words. I'm talking about the quiet moments we once shared, holding hands, asking God for wisdom, surrendering our fears. Those moments kept us grounded. They reminded us that we didn't carry life alone.
Sarah, people grow. Seasons change. I'm not the same man I was when I was struggling and uncertain. Back then, prayer was a crutch. Now I've built confidence, experience, and clarity. I've outgrown that phase.
Outgrowing prayer doesn't mean maturity, Michael. Sometimes it means forgetting to help you stand when you were weak. I'm afraid that in gaining control, you're losing humility.
I don't need to kneel to feel secure. I trust my judgment now.
I just pray that life doesn't remind you of God in a way that hurts. Lord, thank you for bringing us to this new day. Thank you for the breath in our lungs, the roof over our heads, and the opportunities you've allowed us to see. Please, keep your hand over us. Protect our hearts from pride, guard our minds from distraction, and help us to remember that all we have comes from you. Lord, guide Michael's decisions today. Let your wisdom flow through him, even if he thinks he can do it alone. Don't let him walk in blindness when your light is available. Surround him with reminders of your presence, and keep our home a place where your peace reigns. Even when he ignores you, Lord, I will keep trusting that your hand is still over us. Don't let pride replace your guidance. Don't let self-reliance become the path to ruin. Help us to stay in your will. When we ignore God's hand, even in the smallest moments, we invite life to test us. Sometimes, his step back is not punishment, it is a lesson waiting to unfold. Trouble begins as tension fills the office.
Michael, I just got off the phone with the Peterson account. They've decided to pull out. According to them, the trust isn't there anymore. They feel uncertain about our commitments, and they've decided to go with another firm. I know this is unexpected, but we need to address it carefully before it snowballs. That's impossible, David. Impossible! We've done everything right, every projection, every contract clause, every meeting. How can they say trust is gone? I've personally handled the negotiations. I've been on top of everything. This doesn't make sense. I know it feels sudden and unfair, Michael, but clients notice more than just numbers. They notice consistency, reliability, and the perception of integrity. Maybe there were signals we missed, or perhaps they expected more communication. The situation is serious, but it's not irreversible. We just need a clear approach, listen, rebuild trust, or accept the consequences. No. No. This account is crucial. We cannot lose this. Everything we've worked for, every late night, every strategy, every deal, depends on this. I refuse to let a single misjudgment ruin us. I will call them back, I will convince them, I will fix this myself if I have to. Michael. Sometimes the bigger issue isn't the clash. Sometimes it's the foundation we build on. If that's shaken, no amount of fixing can restore what was lost. Just be careful how far you push without considering what's been ignored along the way.
Michael. I've been trying to stay calm about all of this, really. I kept thinking that maybe things would just turn around on their own. Maybe we just needed a little more time. But the bills and the notices, they keep piling up. It's more than just numbers now. It's not just business anymore, Michael. Something feels different. Something has changed in the way things are moving around us. It's like the rhythm of our lives has shifted. The peace we used to feel at home, it's slipping away. I know you've always been strong, Michael. I've seen you take on challenges before and come out on top. But this doesn't feel like the kind of problem we can just push through with strategy or effort alone. There is something bigger happening here, something we can't control by ourselves. Do you remember how we used to pray before every big decision? How we would ask God for guidance, protection, and wisdom? That's not just a ritual, Michael. That's how we stayed grounded. And now it feels like we've drifted so far from that, and I'm scared the consequences are catching up with us. I'm not trying to blame you, Michael. I want us to see the truth for what it is. We can't fix everything on our own. And if we keep ignoring what's missing, these losses, they're going to keep coming. One after another. I don't know how much more we can handle like this. I'm here, Michael. I've always been here. But I can't carry this alone. And I can't pretend that everything is fine when it's not. Please. Let's not ignore what's happening right in front of us.
Michael. I've been watching you for weeks now, and I can't stay silent anymore. It feels like you've stopped listening. You're not listening to God. And you're not listening to the people around you either. I know how driven you are. I've always admired your ambition, your focus, your ability to get things done. But lately, I see pride taking the place of humility, and confidence crossing the line into stubbornness. And I can't help but worry about what that might cost you. You think you can handle everything alone, and maybe in some ways you can. But there are things that experience alone cannot teach. There are lessons that only humility and perspective can bring. And right now, Michael, it feels like you've closed yourself off to both. David, don't preach to me. I don't need a lecture. Everything I've built, every deal, every strategy, every move, comes from my own work, my own decisions. I know what I'm doing. I don't need reminders about faith or warnings from anyone. I can handle this on my own. I'm not trying to lecture you, Michael. I'm trying to reach you before it's too late. I'm trying to remind you that even the strongest foundations can crumble without guidance. Even the sharpest mind is limited if it ignores the one who gave it life and direction. I'm saying this because I care about you. Because I don't want to watch you fall when it could be prevented. Pride is quiet, Michael. It whispers, it blinds, and before you know it, it's too late. Not now. I can't. I don't have the energy. I can't deal with anyone right now. How? How did it all fall apart so fast? I did everything right, or at least I thought I did. I worked harder than anyone else, stayed later than anyone else, sacrificed sleep, time, everything. And for what? Every deal I closed. Every plan I made. Every promise I kept. Gone. And it feels like the ground beneath me has just disappeared. I don't understand. I thought I was untouchable. Hello. Yes. Yes, I saw the email. I know what's happening. No, I'm not ignoring it. I need a moment. Please, just give me a moment. This isn't supposed to happen. Not to me. Not after everything I've done. I was careful. I planned it all. Every decision. Calculated. Every risk. Measured. And yet, here I am. Watching everything unravel. Piece by piece. Faster than I can catch it. I thought I had control. I thought I could do it all. On my own. I thought I didn't need guidance. Not from anyone. Not from God. Not from people who care. I thought pride and determination were enough. And now I see how wrong I was. How blind I've been. I ignored the signs. I ignored warnings. I ignored the people who tried to help me. And I ignored him. And now, maybe it's too late. Maybe everything I've built, all of it, was nothing without him.
When we try to walk alone, relying solely on ourselves, even the strongest walls can crumble. Sometimes, it takes losing everything to realize the hand we ignored was holding us steady all along.
Everything just fell apart. All at once. I don't even know where to begin. The contracts, the accounts, the trust. Gone. Every plan I made. Every decision I thought was perfect. It all crumbled before my eyes. I thought I had control. I thought that hard work, strategy, and determination would be enough. I believed I could handle it all. On my own. Without asking for help. Without trusting anyone. Without trusting him. And now I see how blind I've been. How foolish I was to think that success could exist without guidance. Without humility. Without faith. Without acknowledging the hand that's always been holding me steady.
Michael. I know it feels like the world has collapsed around you. I know it feels like everything is lost. But this is not the end. Sometimes, it takes losing everything to truly see what really matters. Sometimes, it takes a collapse to rebuild on the right foundation.
I don't know if I can fix this. I don't know if I can rebuild what's gone. I thought I was strong enough. But I see now. I was never strong enough on my own.
You don't have to be strong on your own. You never did. And you never were meant to be. God. He's still here, Michael. His hand hasn't left you. He's just waiting for you to let him in again.
I ignored him for so long. I thought I could do it all myself. I see it now. I see how wrong I was. how empty it all feels without him.
Sometimes, the hardest lessons come when everything falls apart. And sometimes, it is in the brokenness that we finally learn where true strength and guidance come from. Michael, I need you to hear me. I know you feel like God abandoned you. Like everything that happened was his fault. But it's not like that. God didn't leave you. He's never left you. He has been with you all along. The truth is, you walked away from his covering. You chose to rely on yourself instead of leaning on him. You allowed pride to take the place of trust, and self-confidence to replace humility. That's what created the distance. Not God leaving. You stepping away. Michael, it's not too late. You don't have to stay where you are. You don't have to carry this burden alone. God's hand is still extended to you, waiting for you to reach back. He's not punishing you. He's waiting for you to come home in your heart.
I didn't realize. I thought I was strong enough to do it all. On my own. I thought I could handle everything without him. But now, I see how empty it all feels without him. I see how blind I've been.
Michael, sometimes it takes losing everything to see the truth. And this moment, painful as it is a gift. A chance to come back, to rebuild your life on the foundation that never leaves, that never fails.
I walked away. I didn't see it before. I thought I was in control. But I wasn't. I see it now. I see him. And I want him back.
Sometimes the truth is spoken not to shame us, but to awaken us. And sometimes love is the voice that reminds us where we truly belong.
God. I thought I was strong without you. I thought I could handle everything on my own. My work, my plans, my life. Every challenge. Every obstacle. I thought confidence and strategy could replace you. I thought pride and control were enough. But I see now. I was wrong. So wrong. All the success I chased. All the contracts, the numbers, the recognition. None of it meant anything without your hand guiding me. None of it could protect me from the collapse I brought on myself by ignoring you. I am nothing without you, Lord. I have been blind, I have been foolish, I have been proud. But I can't go on like this. I need you. I need your guidance. I need your strength to stand again, to rebuild my life the right way, and to walk humbly in your will. I repent for ignoring you. For thinking I was enough on my own. For forgetting that every breath, every opportunity, every blessing comes from you. I submit myself to your will, Lord. Teach me, guide me, restore me. I want to follow you again, completely, without reservation.
Humility is the key that opens the door back to God's presence. Only when pride falls can we rise again in His strength and grace. Michael, I know things have been hard. I've been watching from the sidelines, and I wanted to come because I care. I wanted to remind you. Sometimes when God seems distant, it's not because He wants to punish us, or because He's abandoned us. Sometimes, He removes His hand. Not to destroy, but to bring us back. You see, God's discipline is never about punishment alone. It's about correction. It's about redirection. He allows seasons like this, not to crush us, but to show us where we've strayed, to awaken us to the truth we've ignored, and to guide us back to the path He intended. Michael, I know it feels overwhelming. I know it feels like everything has fallen apart. But this is not the end. This is a wake-up call. A chance to rebuild on the right foundation. A chance to remember that his hand has never really left you. He's waiting for you to trust him fully again.
I see it now. I see how I ignored him. How I thought I could do everything alone. And how quickly it all fell apart. I can feel the emptiness. The mistakes. The distance I created myself.
And that's exactly why he allowed this, Michael. Not to harm you, but to bring you back to him. To show you that nothing we build alone, nothing we chase in pride, can replace his presence, his guidance, his protection.
I understand now. I was blind. I thought control was strength. I thought pride was power. But without him, it's all hollow. I see now. I see that the hand I thought was absent was always waiting. Always guiding. Always ready to restore me.
Yes, Michael. And now that you've realized it, now that your heart is ready, it's time to let him lead again. To trust again. To rebuild, not in your strength alone, but in his. Sometimes, friends speak what the heart cannot hear alone. And sometimes, it takes a trusted voice to remind us that God's hand was never far, it was only waiting for us to return.
Lord, I come to you now. Not because I want to fix everything. Not because I want to chase success again. But because I need you. I need you more than the deals I've closed, more than the contracts I've signed, more than the recognition I've chased all these years. I ignored you for so long. I thought I could do it all on my own. I trusted my own strength, my own wisdom, my own plans. I thought I could handle life without guidance, without your hand. And look where that got me. Nothing but emptiness, chaos, and loss. Lord, forgive me. Forgive me for the pride that blinded me, the arrogance that made me think I was enough, the stubbornness that kept me from seeking you. I see now. Without you, everything I thought was strong is nothing. Without you, I am nothing. Lord, I surrender everything to you. My plans, my ambitions, my life. My mistakes, my regrets. I lay them all at your feet. Teach me to walk in humility. To trust your timing. To seek your will above my own. Restore me, Lord. Restore my heart, my mind, and my life according to your purpose. I will not chase success without you. I will not seek achievement without your guidance. I want you, Lord. Not the rewards. I want you, not the applause. I want you, not the empty victories. Lead me, shape me, correct me. And let me walk in your way from this day forward.
True repentance is more than words. It is the turning of a heart, the laying down of pride, and the humble return to the hand that was never absent. In surrender, we find restoration.
Hello, David. It's good to hear from you, Michael. I've been thinking a lot about everything that's happened. I know things went wrong, and I know pride and stubbornness have cost you. But I also know that God can restore what was broken. I believe we should start again, this time putting Him first in everything we do. Not just our work, but in our hearts, in our decisions, in every step. You mean we can actually rebuild? After all that's happened? After I ignored everything that mattered. Even the people who cared about me. You still believe we can start again? Yes, Michael. God doesn't give up on us, and neither should we give up on what's good. We can start over, not the same way as before, not with pride or self-reliance, but with humility, trust, and guidance from Him. It's going to be different this time. Better, stronger, lasting. You're right. I've seen the consequences of walking alone. I've felt the emptiness of pride, the chaos of ignoring the truth. This time, I want it to be different. I want God at the center of everything. I'm ready to start again, David. I really am. That's good, Michael. And we'll do it together, keeping God first. We'll rebuild the trust, the work, and everything else. Step by step. You're not alone in this anymore. Yes. Step by step. With God first, we can do it. We will do it. Thank you, David, for not giving up on me. We've all fallen at times, Michael. But God is faithful, and friends who walk in faith with us can help us rise again.
Lord, we come before you tonight, not because we know what will happen tomorrow, not because we have all the answers, but because you are faithful. Even if nothing returns to us the way we planned, even if the work we lost, even if the opportunities we counted on never come back, we choose you. We choose to trust you. We choose your will above our own.
Yes, Lord. I've chased everything without you for so long. I thought success was the measure of my life. I thought control and strategy were all I needed. But now I see that nothing I do matters if you're not in it. We need you first, Lord. Not the plans. Not the achievements. Not even the comfort of certainty. We need you first.
And Lord, we don't ask for everything to be restored exactly as it was. We don't demand the outcome we desire. We simply ask for your presence, your guidance, and your peace. Let our hearts be still in you. Let our steps be led by your hand. And let us walk humbly in your ways.
Thank you, Lord, for not leaving me when I ignored you. Thank you for showing me the error of my ways. For reminding me that peace doesn't come from what I build. It comes from you. Let us walk together, Lord. Let us start again with you as our foundation.
Peace is not the absence of loss or failure. It is the presence of God in our hearts, even when the path ahead is uncertain. When we choose Him first, progress follows in His perfect timing.
Michael, I was speaking with a client this morning, and they're open to a new proposal. It's smaller than what we used to chase, but it's steady, it's honest, and it's a start. They want reliability, integrity. Things we can deliver. And I think this could be the first step toward rebuilding everything we lost. Yes. I see it, David. I see the opportunity not just as business, but as a lesson. A chance to do things differently this time. To approach it with humility. To acknowledge that nothing we achieve lasts without God's guidance. This time, we walk with Him, not ahead of Him. Not in pride. Not in self-reliance. But in obedience and trust.
That's right, Michael. Every step we take now, every decision, every plan, we seek His wisdom first. We involve Him in everything, trusting that He will guide us in the right way, at the right time. That's how true success is built.
And I understand now that rushing ahead, relying on my own strength, chasing outcomes without His direction, that's what led to the collapse before. This time, we take the path He directs. We consult Him first, pray through every decision, and trust that His timing and His hand will lead us to where we're meant to be. Exactly, Michael. This is the kind of foundation that lasts. Not just for the business, but for everything, our relationships, our family, our hearts. When God leads, the work we do carries His blessing. And now, I see that in us. In our approach, in our renewed hearts. Yes. I feel it too. A peace I didn't know before. A confidence not in myself, but in Him. And I promise, this time, we don't move ahead of God. We follow, patiently, faithfully, and humbly. Every step guided by His hand, not by my own ambition.
When God's hand returns, it is not just blessing, it is guidance, protection, and purpose. Walking with Him first ensures every step is steady, every decision aligned, and every success lasting.
When God's hand lifted, I lost everything. I lost contracts, opportunities, and trust. I lost my sense of control, my confidence, and even the comfort of thinking I could handle life on my own. I thought I was strong, I thought I was enough. But I wasn't. Not without Him. When I finally returned to Him, when I humbled myself, repented, and allowed His guidance to lead every decision, I discovered what truly matters. Peace, purpose, love, faith, relationships restored, strength beyond my own. I realized that what I lost was not the end. It was the beginning of something greater, something lasting, something real. Without God, nothing stands. Without His hand, even the things we think are secure can crumble in an instant. But with God, nothing is wasted. Every trial, every setback, every loss, it becomes part of His plan to shape us, guide us, and bring us into the life He intended. So today, I choose Him first. In everything I do, in every step I take, I walk with God. And I know now, with Him, all things are possible. With Him, nothing is ever truly lost.
Without God, nothing stands. With God, nothing is wasted. Psalm 37 verse 23 to 24. The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in Him. Though he may stumble, he will not fall, for the Lord upholds him with His hand. Thank you for watching this story of restoration, faith, and hope. We are grateful for your time and your heart. Remember, no matter the trials you face, God's hand is never far. He can restore, guide, and bless when we turn back to Him. Thank you for being part of this journey. Stay blessed.